Hi everyone, it's me Takyre and we're gonna talk about the new item and the new build I think we're gonna be playable on Senna. The first one is actually Guinsoo. We're gonna be really broken. I think actually Guinsoo gonna be the most played build because the item seems way too broken. Yeah, I mean, why they didn't nerf it on PBU, but yeah, I guess they will nerf it in some patch or maybe hotfix it. But let's abuse it while we can. After Guinsoo, I think Kraken still synergize well with Guinsoo because yeah, I mean it's no longer a mythic, so it can be play with Guinsoo. Guinsoo is a mythic now, by the way. And damage are kinda decent, it costs less. I mean, the problem of this build it's gonna cost a lot, while the Eclipse build costed less, like a lot less. And after Kraken, because we play on it and want attack speed, I think Wits End gonna be really strong with it. And last item, maybe Warstone. I don't really know what's gonna be a good last item for this build, but yeah, I will talk about Warstone later because they made huge change about the item. And other thing with Kraken, you will be able to destroy tank if a tank actually manage to survive your early attack. The more you attack him, the more damage you will deal to him. So Kraken gonna be really huge on champion who can play front to back. When you play Senna, Senna is only front to back. You cannot go on. I mean, it's really hard to hit the back lane with Senna because yeah, the front lane is too dangerous for you because you're a glass cannon with no HP. But yeah. Yeah, Wits End third item is really strong. So yeah, I think it's gonna be like this build. Maybe thing gonna change like Kraken going first item. Why not? Because to have some damage with Guinsoo, you need some critic. So we will see. Um, Second build, I think Eclipse won't be that bad, and actually will still be the best lethality build for Senna. So yeah, with Glaive and Eclipse, but I think Stormrazor, they change the item and now does damage scaling on AD, and it deals some AP and AD damage. So the item look really good and it give move speed. So it may be gonna replace rapid fire. Since rapid fire gonna get nerfed, we can say, because the item gonna cost a lot. I think as much as Stormrazor gonna cost. But Stormrazor will give more damage. Maybe it's gonna be situational, like in some game you need range, okay, you go rapid fire. In some game you need burst, and Stormrazor gonna be the best option. But I think Stormrazor should be better than rapid fire, but I'm not really sure about it because yeah, still having a lot of range is not that bad, and yeah, move speed of rapid fire is not that dog shit. I will test some game and see which one gonna be the best. And yeah, as always, Dominic. I mean, the build should not change much. I still think the only change will be Sunriser. After that, you have these three lethality. I mean, lethality, and crit item would change. Now Gale for scale on critic and it's still a mythic. Gale Force might be stronger, but the main problem is she doesn't have penetration. Kinda the same with Dustblade. Dustblade can be played on Senna if the item is like super broken with the no targetable thing. But if it's at the case, I mean there will be like a lot of champions who can abuse Dustblade way more than Senna will be able to do. So I think Duskblade, if it's broken, okay. I'm not really sure if the item is actually broken. For me, it's maybe still less good than Eclipse, even with the passive thing, because you need to have a kill to trigger it, and mm, yeah, you need the kill, so it don't happen every time. But if I'm not true and the item is broken and it doesn't get nerf, it can be something on Senna. And other thing, you have Yumu Ghostblade, who became a mythic. It does give more speed and lethality, but as I said, same with Gale Force, you don't have penetration, so I don't think it's gonna be really huge and better than Eclipse. So I think Eclipse gonna be better anyway, but Yumu can be fun because you have more speed, but it's out of fight, so I don't know. I still think Eclipse gonna be better in lethality, even if I hate Eclipse, but Eclipse is really good on Senna. I mean before, and I think will still be. For the tank Senna build, they actually up Locket. Locket cost less, and actually when you trigger Locket, you have a bigger shield. So the Bioterca Locket build should be stronger. The build is gonna change a lot, so it's not always Lord Dominic. And by the way, they also up Lord Dominic. Now it's still AD and AP damage at the same time, which is, I don't know how it's gonna work, but it's look a bit broken. But yeah, I think Dominic gonna be really huge. It was back then, and it should be way stronger now. And yeah, and I think maybe because Radiant gonna cost like 500 less gold, it will still cost more than Locket, but it give more HP, armor, and no, I think it's still I think it's only AP, HP. So maybe, but I still think Locket will be way stronger than Radiant, sadly. But maybe there is a way. And maybe Gauntlet will still be playable. But the main problem is with Gauntlet, you kind of want to go Guinsoo to have damage, but now it's a mythic, you can't combine both. So I don't really know what to build with Gauntlet, and even before that, with Guinsoo, the item wasn't that great. He could only work if you're facing full AD team. But maybe with Bioterca, but it's gonna be Q slow, Gauntlet slow, and Bioterca slow, so it's not that great because too much slow is kinda shit, and it's still based on Shin. But yeah, having HP and armor in can save you from full AD team and Rengar and shit. So if you're playing tank Senna, in some case, I think it's gonna be playable, but I don't really see with a build. But yeah, I think it's gonna go on Locket build, but not much player gonna do it. After that, we have Warstone, who know. Um, I mean, they change Warstone a lot. It give mana, and well, the main thing with Warstone is now you can buy it at every level, and to upgrade it, I mean, you need your quest, your sub quest, but you do it like super fast. This is not a problem. But when you buy the item with like 1,100 gold, and after that you have to pay like 2,200 gold to upgrade it and have the upgrade Warstone thing. I mean, it costs a lot now, and maybe it's bad because of that, because back then the item cost like nothing, and so whenever you can buy it, it will be super great. but now it gives like 20% more AD and other thing, but the most important is AD. So like if you have a lot of AD, it's gonna give you more AD. So as the last item, it can be like super strong. Like maybe in, I don't know, in Eclipse build, if you finish with Warstone instead of Dominic, if you don't need much penetration, you're gonna have like way too much AD. We're gonna scale with Stormrazor, so you're gonna deal more damage. I mean, Warstone looked to be super strong in hyper late game. The main problem is in my game I never get full build, so I don't think I will be able to play Warstone. But in lower elo, maybe Warstone gonna be like super broken to play as last item. We will see. After that you have Immortal Shieldbow, who now is no longer a mythic and still give a shield, and I think it costs less. But I think this item might be playable in some case. I don't know in which build, but the item doesn't look that shit. Because yeah, you have some shield and Senna doesn't have HP, so maybe if you're facing Rengar and you go armor boots with Shieldbow, it can save you. I don't know, but I think it's scaled with level, so the shield, so it's not gonna be that strong. But maybe in some case, it's gonna be something. Let's say we will see. Collectors actually give more lethality, but I think collector was really dog shit, and I still think it's gonna be bad, but I don't know. Lethality is good on Senna, but yeah. Maybe not. For the last build, I call it sus on shorter build because back then there was a build that was playable on Senna. There's Locket plus Redemption. Redemption and Locket get both up, and why not playing this build again? I add Ardent with it, but I think because they kinda up Ardent. I think for Senna because it costs less. Maybe this build gonna be something on Senna. I'm not really sure about it because yeah, it's kinda sus. But I think it can be something. But I'm not sure as much as Guinsoo. But yeah, the build doesn't look that bad. And well, we will see. Well, that was all for this video. Hope you like it and find a good build to play with it. So I will test a lot of build in my Master Elo game. I mean my main account, I'm gonna play on this account. And I will show you the game, hopefully. And whenever I figure out which build is gonna be the best, I'm just gonna make a guide. And yeah, I'm just gonna make the guide. Well, I hope you like the video. Leave a like, a comment if you have anything to say about the build, and well, subscribe